Hello, friends. Your guide to the world of valuable coins is here, COİN. Today we will go on an exciting journey into the past and take a detailed look at one of the undervalued, but truly unique coins, the 1980 Washington quarter. This coin may seem ordinary, but what lies behind its modest appearance can surprise even the pros. 1980 was a turning point in the minting of U.S. quarters. It was then that the Philadelphia quarters first featured the letter P, the mint mark. Before that, they were issued without a designation. The introduction of the P marked a new era in the history of U.S. coins, and that means the 1980 P coin is the first of its kind. A symbol of change and the beginning of a new chapter in the history of numismatics. There are three main types of 1980 coins. 1980P, the first with a P. 1980D, minted in Denver. 1980S, San Francisco proofs. Now let's break down each of these types so you can see why they are so valuable, especially in high states of preservation. Let's start with 1980p. The total mintage is over 635 million. It seems that the coin is not rare, but in high grades of condition MS67 and above it becomes super valuable. In MS65-66, the price is $10 to $20, but MS67 can cost up to $900 and more. There are cases of selling for $1,300. And if the coin has a minting error, then this is already hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Minting errors can be different: offset center, doubled image, a strike on the blank from another coin. Collectors adore such specimens. They are caught at auctions, and the rates sometimes rise above $2,000. So if you have a 1980p with a defect, consider yourself lucky. Check it carefully, it may already be worth a fortune. Now the 1980D is a Denver coin. Mintage is about 518 million. It's cheap in circulation, but if you find one in MS67, get ready. These coins are worth between $300 and $600, with some selling for $1,000 and up. Particularly rare are those struck on the wrong blank, such as a nickel. 1980D on a 5-cent blank is a rare defect. Such cases have been registered, and the price of such coins reaches $2,000 at numismatic auctions. It is because of such unique defects that quarters of this year attract not only collectors but also rarity hunters. Such a coin is sought after like gold. Now let's move on to the 1980S, the test coin. Proof minting, shine, perfect lines, contrast. Only 3.5 million pieces were issued. In PR67, PR69 DCAM they cost from $5 to $25. But the ideal PR70 DCAM, that's a different story, $250 to $300. Collectors take these coins as art, they are so beautiful. Why can a 1980 Washington quarter be so expensive? It's simple. Historical importance is the first P. Rarity of perfect condition, mining errors, proof quality. General growth of interest in old US coins. Each of these factors affects the price, and it grows every year. Friends, the 1980 coin is not just metal. It is the beginning of a new era, a step into the future of American numismatics. Do you have such a coin? Check the condition. It may be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. COİN is here to reveal the true value of your coins. Washington Quarter 1983, the second star of the COİN list. Friends, you won't believe how much 1983 changed the idea of quarters. This is not just a continuation of the series. This is the moment when the classics gain value again. Many consider the 1983 coin to be ordinary small change, but take a closer look, and a whole world of possibilities opens up before you, where a price of thousands of dollars is not fantasy, but reality. 1983 was one of the toughest years for the US economically, with the effects of the early 1980s recession still being felt and minting being strengthened by a focus on mass production rather than collector issues. As a result, proof sets were not issued in 1982-83, which severely limited the availability of flawless specimens. This makes 1983 a genetically valuable year for collectors. 1983 coin types. As before, the coins are divided by minting locations. 1983P Philadelphia, 1983D Denver, 1983S San Francisco, proof. Each type has its own unique history and market behavior. 1983P, when simplicity becomes a treasure. At first glance, it's a very ordinary coin. But once you find it in excellent condition, everything changes. A 1983 coin with the letter P can cost tens, hundreds, and sometimes thousands of dollars. Specimens in MS-67 and higher condition are especially valuable. Such coins are almost impossible to find in free circulation. This is no longer just a quarter, it's a rare trophy for a collector. And that's not all. Some 1983 P coins have rare minting errors, such as the famous spitting eagle defect, when the eagle on the reverse side seems to spit due to a microcrack in the matrix. Coins with such an error become real numismatic celebrities and are sold at auctions for good money. 1983D, a dark horse, minted in Denver. And here the situation is no less interesting. Yes, a lot of coins were issued, but quality examples are a drop in the ocean. This is because almost all the coins went into circulation immediately. Finding a perfectly preserved 1983D quarter is not a task for beginners. Coins in MS-66, MS-67 and higher condition achieve incredible prices at auctions. Record sales have already crossed the $1,000 mark. Imagine, an ordinary-looking coin can be valued more than a gram of gold. Proof 1983S, shine and depth. San Francisco continued to issue proof coins, but only for collectors. These coins are striking in their mirror shine and crisp details. Even they, if they are in the highest grade of preservation, PR70DCAM, can be worth hundreds of dollars. Even if you have a regular proof version in your hands, this is already a reason to keep it, especially if it is scratch-free, in a perfect capsule, with crisp edges and a mirror surface. Why is this coin so valuable? Here are the main reasons. No collector sets in 1982-83. Rarity of well-preserved specimens, spitting eagle type minting errors. High prices at auction, especially for MS-67 Plus and PR70DCAM. Historical importance of the 1980s period for American numismatics. When I first held a 1983 Washington quarter in perfect condition, I realized that this wasn't just a coin. This was a piece of American history frozen in metal. A coin that had been carried through the decades, and it remained shiny, sharp, full of energy. If you find one like this, you found a chance for wealth. And if you find one with an error, congratulations, you've opened a numismatic jackpot. COİN is always with you to reveal the coin secrets that lie under everyone's feet, but only true connoisseurs see them. Friends, next up is an incredible find, a 1985 coin. This isn't just another circulating quarter. This is a coin that holds both history and the potential for amazing financial growth. Who would have thought that a piece of metal with Washington's profile could be worth more than a gold piece of jewelry? Why is it worth paying attention to 1985? At first glance, 1985 seems like an ordinary year. But in the world of numismatics, every year is a separate chapter. In 1985, no uncirculated coin sets were released to the general public, which means that the condition of most of the coins from this year is far from ideal. Finding a 1985 coin with excellent detail and no signs of circulation is a huge success. The coins were minted in 3 versions: 1985P Philadelphia, 1985D Denver, 1985S San Francisco Proof, 1985P Hidden Power Philadelphia. These coins are common, but everything changes if the specimen is in perfect condition. In MS-67 and above condition, a 1985P quarter can bring its owner from $500 to over $1,500. This is especially true if the coin has no signs of circulation and the full clarity of the design is visible. At auctions, such coins are extremely valuable. And if you are lucky enough to find an erroneous version, the price can increase several times. For example, among the known errors are offset strikes, double strikes, or even a cut edge. Such coins can go for thousands of dollars. 1985D, an undervalued competitor. A high-grade Denver coin is a rarity. Despite the mass production, perfectly preserved specimens are rare. MS-67 and MS-68 can sell for $800 and up. Any defect, on the contrary, reduces the value, so only perfect coins have real value for collectors. 1985S, a proof masterpiece. San Francisco continued to produce stunning proof coins with a mirror finish and matte image. In mint condition PR70 DCM, the coins are prized by numismatists all over the world and are sold for hundreds of dollars. These are true works of minting art, features of 1985 that make the coins valuable. No uncirculated sets for the mass beer. Difficulty in finding specimens in the highest state of preservation. Presence of rare minting errors. Unique aesthetics of proof issues. High prices at auctions, especially for MS67 Plus and PR70 coins. COİN as enthusiastically declares. The 1986 Washington quarter is the fourth rarity on the COİN as list, dear friends. Today I am especially excited to tell you about a coin that at first glance seems ordinary, but can bring a fortune. Yes, this is a 1986 quarter, and its history is truly impressive. So why does this coin attract so much attention from collectors around the world? It's all about the fine details, the rarity in the high degrees of preservation and special production. In 1986, 3 varieties of coins were produced. 1986P, Philadelphia. 1986D, Denver. 1986S, San Francisco proof issue. 1986B, potential in simplicity. Philadelphia coins were minted en masse, but in MS67 and higher condition, they are extremely rare. If you are lucky enough to find such a coin without signs of wear, with clear details and a clean background, consider that you have a potential rarity in your hands. At auctions, such specimens are sold from $600 and can reach $2,000. And if to this, add a minting error, such as a misaligned strike or double impression, the price can skyrocket. 1986D, hidden rarity. Denver coins are considered slightly less rare and high quality, but still, specimens in MS67 and MS68 have their own value. At one auction, an MS68 coin went for $1,500, and this is not the limit. 1986S, a real proof masterpiece. San Francisco has once again released a limited series of proof coins, where each one looks like a work of art. In PR70 DCAM condition, such coins are valued from $300 to $800. COİN as emphasizes. The 1986 coins have a unique balance between mass production and high collector value in an ideal condition. This is a real find for those who look for treasures in the most ordinary things, mining errors, as a bonus to the price. In 1986, there are coins with a number of interesting errors, double strikes, center displacements, cut edges. These defects make each coin unique, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for this. The 1986 Washington quarter's history, aesthetics, and investment potential all rolled into one. COİN as recommends taking a closer look at these coins, especially if you're a rarity hunter and know how to tell a regular coin from a valuable one. The 1987 Washington quarter is the 5th gem on the COİN as list. Friends, just look at this coin. 1987 is the year in the history of American quarters when the attention of collectors was at its peak. The coin seems simple, but its potential at auctions can be stunning. This year's coins were minted at 3 mints. 1987P, Philadelphia. 1987D, Denver. 1987S, San Francisco proof. Each of them has its own characteristics, and we will analyze each one. 1987P, a rare thing among common coins with the letter P are common, but in the highest grade MS67 they are a numismatic dream. Such specimens at auctions go for $500, $1,500, especially if the coin's surface is perfect, without blemishes, with clear relief. Coins of this quality are a real rarity. Collectors fight for them, because finding a Washington quarter 1987P in MS67 or higher condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. Important. Even among ordinary coins there are hidden treasures. 1987D, Denver stability with a surprise. The Denver coins look ordinary, but in MS68 quality they are an investment. One of these examples sold for over $1,200 at auction, and that was without any minting errors, just for excellent preservation. And if you suddenly come across a specimen with a minting error, for example, a displaced center or a double imprint, the price can skyrocket to 5 times. That's why every coin should be examined under magnification, Inspect even simple specimens carefully. 1987's San Francisco Proof. Proof coins were minted exclusively for collectors. In mint condition, the PR70 Deep Cameo is a work of art. They sell for $800 and up. Each such coin sparkles with a mirror background and matte relief. These coins were not created for circulation, but for beauty and collections. And today they are the pride of any numismatist. If you have one, you are holding something special in your hands. Minting errors of 1987. This is where the real hunt begins. Coins with double strikes, displaced images, bytes or chips are worth 5 to 10 times more than ordinary ones. Sometimes even more. Any anomaly can turn an ordinary coin into a rarity. The 1987 Washington quarter is a coin that shows that even the most ordinary things can be treasure. Check your coins. You might just have the hidden treasure everyone is looking for. COİN is your guide to amazing finds.